A few late ones still dangling on. It's been fruiting for probably like nearly 6 months. You know, they get like a little bit, sort of like between a date and a cherry, and the flavour of them's pretty tasty. Yeah, it's like creamy almost, you know.
What's the other name again? The peanut butter fruit.
Peanut butter fruit, yeah.
Or,
definitely nutty flavour.
What is it?
Pretty mature. This one, they go darker red when they're ready.
Carrot, like carrots when it's crunchy, then peanuts, and then it's like a red date.
Yeah, it's like between a date and a peanut and a cherry almost, you know.
And they produce after 1 year from a
seedling, probably 18 months. You start, you know.
Good pioneer early shelter tree.
Yeah, I think it's probably been in a pot for 6 to 12 months, and then was planted just over a year ago, and it's come to this big from probably only maybe 1.5 foot tall to now it's definitely 3.5 meters, 4 meters nearly tall.
You got jackfruit growing here and some papayas.
Yep.
And
jackfruit over there, direct seed, so it's probably got a passion fruit smothering over it as well. It's probably only been in there for
nice mid-sized one here, young one here.
16 months. This one's probably even less than 16 months. You know, it's probably just over a year. You know, really, a lot of these.
And you say the passion fruit kind of pulls the branches down and makes it fruit better.
It can do, yeah, because it creates more of the hormone in the plant to actually go down towards the lower points, and that's where the fruit then forms up. If it's pushing it all up to grow up, apparently it doesn't go into fruit. It goes into more of growth, and then basically you can create it fruiting earlier by having it pulling it all down with the passion fruit's an option, and then you got a fruiting crop in between while you're waiting for it to produce its fruit. You know, so.
Right, yeah. It seems like jackfruit and passion fruit grow well together, eh?
Yeah, they definitely do. Here we've got a bit of a garden menace here. It's a good photo of it doing a bit of breeding action.
Oh right, you got this stinging.
Yeah, the fruit
beetles.
Fruit spotting bug. It's called fruit spotting bug, and they actually suck the sap of that grow point of the pawpaw there, and we'll just kill that back and cause all that black spot and die back there, and they're just sucking in there. Best way to treat that is probably with a few different sorts of natural repellents, essential oils, different combinations of them, some neem oil, definitely using, apparently molasses is a good idea as well. Apparently I've just found out recently molasses was an option as well, so using molasses for spraying on the trunks and deterring that sort of attack, from happening, because we're losing a lot of pawpaw trees through this in this area. It's a big natural populations of these bugs that feed off the rainforest species as well.
So we're hoping to build up the frogs here as well, aren't we?
And introducing more
native,
green ants.
The green frogs,
and green ants too, because they're a level 5 toxicity. A lot of things can't eat them, and birds will actually die, and spiders will die when they actually attack that there. So that's why they've got a bit of natural resistance.
But tree frogs do eat them apparently.
They're more able to.
Yeah.
You okay with them? Yeah, we've got a bit of mint down here and some lovely parsley at the back we'll head towards getting. There's heaps of stuff everywhere. I just, I'm not overrating different zones, but just connecting with the garden, coming out and spending some time in the garden in different zones, seeing what's happening, seeing what needs to be done, and always sort of checking in with the garden, and you have a better connection with the garden, and it lets you know what you need to do in it. But basically you have more of a co-creative sort of connection with it, and you're actually acknowledging its needs and acknowledging your needs and working together for the best needs of the whole natural system.
This climbing spinach is delicious, eh?
Yeah, it's tasty as, I think it's called Ceylon spinach. Ceylon, something like that is the name of it. It's a common name. No doubt it's a botanical name. Heaps more of this Tulsi sort of stuff. Basil, just, it's all year round. It just grows and grows. You prune it back and it grows back again. It's just, most of the time it gets too long and breaks off and falls over is the biggest issue with it. But other than that, it's very productive, and you can make beautiful pestos out of it. Tastes great. Very healing qualities of it. All right, we've got a bit of mint down here, mint patch. Well, lovely fresh mint. Doing quite well this time of year. In the wet season there's a lot of grasshoppers around and they get a lot more hammered. But this time of year it's a bit cooler and the grasshoppers slow down and stuff, and the caterpillars as well. And the mint comes on a bit more stronger.
Likes a lot of water and full sun, eh?
It does, and definitely not too many other things crowding out and being too evasive in it. I actually go through and do a good pluck back of the different weeds and keep it sort of so it's dominant, in the space.
It can compete, but it's nice to see it growing here with the Goticola, if we could get those two as ground covers, would be winning it.
Yeah, they're a good combination. They seem to do well without strangling each other out. I think the Goticola is a bit more dominant than the mint, but so.
Really?
Yeah, as I've noticed in other zones, yeah, it's actually the mint's disappeared when there was too much Goticola, but there was a bit of grasses as well involved in that
It's a
sort of
popularity contest.
It is. Nice little pathway additive, a bit more pumice, slip zones on the top of the pathways. We've just done a new pipeline out here extending the water out the back to the extension zone. We're putting in new garden beds and establishing, tomato patches with herbs and stuff around them and getting more sort of varieties of things for the different seasons that we're able to grow different fruits and veggies up here at this time. So cool climate plants. Tomatoes seem to do well in the tropics in the cool time because they have less issues with excess rain and causes diseases on them and they die back. So just try to add a lot of fruit trees amongst creating a perpetual sort of garden where you've got multi-stories. You've got your sweet potato, then you've got your root vegetables of turmeric and ginger amongst that as well, and you've got sugar cane coming on, and then you've got fruit trees like a sapote there. Pawpaw coming on here, more sugar cane amongst it, rambutans here, more jackfruits down here. And we've got some more root vegetables, cassava here happening, some young ones just taking off, with a bit of basil in amongst it. So you're just trying to create a bit of a diversity of,
Cassava there.
multi-story cropping and long-term cropping, so you never have to really, you set up your beds and then you basically don't have to dig them again. All you do is mulching and tweaking and planting different things in little gaps and stuff that end up. More broadleaf cabbage. It's quite a prolific grower. It's brilliant. Lovely fresh young parsley at the back here as well. We'll get out there and pick a bit of that. Flatleaf Italian parsley. A lot of it was just direct seed sowing. There's a lot of fennel amongst it as well. Fennel, what's the other word for it as well?
Well, I'm hoping it's Florence fennel. If it's Florence fennel, it'll get a big bulb at the base, and that's the primo one.
And what is it if it's not? It's called
wild fennel.
No, there's another
Well, I only know two.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it.
Is there a different type?
Yeah, the one just eating though. What's it called? It's not the bulb, just the leaves.
Yeah, the leaves, but yeah. It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's parsley, flatleaf parsley coming
Flatleaf
up.
Parsley,
in here.
yeah, direct seed. So flatleaf parsley, probably a moon and a half ago, so it's pretty fresh. Pulled a few up there by accident, but you can just transplant them out in a little zone where there's none.
Mm.
Bit of sunshine around now, but yeah, it's probably need to go through and thin these out a bit. There's quite a bit there, and we'll transplant them around and fill up these whole beds and do a quick weed through there and a bit of mulching around, and then they'll be set up for the next sort of 4 to 6 months of regular harvest of lovely parsley. A few weeds out this side coming on. Not far up picking, yeah, probably in the next few days. Some of these are just about ready. Some lovely Lebaneses doing their thing. They're two moons nearly as well, so this full moon they would have been planted, yeah, so a few days before the full moon I put the seeds in, trying to use moon planting to get optimum growth, and they seem to be responding quite well, good vigour and good fruit sets coming on with this rain. It's been lovely. There we go, we've got a couple here we can pick. That's not a bad little size one. It's just got a little bit of roughage when it's sitting on the ground from a little scale bug.
Otherwise good?
Otherwise really good. You can just munch into that straight away, a little bit of dirt on it maybe, but another little one. A quick clean up. Chuck them in our salad bowl.
They look quite good.
Yeah. They'll get bigger and bigger as the plant gets a bit more mature.
Well, they're going to climb up here too, eh?
Climbing up a bit of natural trellising. I was going to make a proper bamboo trellising, but a friend come along bushy and whacked in some temporary stuff, which is good. At least it's done and it's got something to grow on at the moment.
We can add to it like bamboo and stuff.
Yeah, we'll make a full bamboo trellising on it and stuff, and get
At least they've got a start of something to start to grow up, and then build up. You want to make like a tunnel, eh?
Yeah, so we can go through like a piece of bamboo on this side, joining to a top piece in the middle, probably lawyer cane down the middle of it, and then have a hole through the bamboo and feed the lawyer cane through it. Then basically you can walk through the tunnel, picking the cucumbers that dangle in the inside and stuff, and have little greens and herbs growing in amongst that as well, and just maximise the production in the space.
Great idea.
Yep, keeping lots of things happening, you know, in every zone, because then you sort of, you know, you're less work to do and you get more rewards, you know. So.
And here's one of these soursop.
Soursop, yep, the soursops out here.
Planted before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 soursops in here, and there's some Ibica amongst it, some young pawpaws coming on as well. And there's a different variety of cucumbers just starting out over the back there as well. That's a big, giant sort of cucumber, that one. It grows into like a melon sort of cucumber.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, a few baby Mammy sapotes coming up too here.
Great. Very special fruit.
Yeah. Bit of a wait for them, you know, 7 years generally. But I think if we feed them up and give them some good humus and some good minerals and biodynamic preps and stuff, we could activate them into much more faster, healthy, vigorous trees that hopefully will produce sooner. Another one here as well, so just keeping the weeds around them at bay, keeping plenty of mulch on them.
Very high amount of energy in one of those fruits, eh? Like.
Yeah, to me they're a bit of an, like, apparently they're not too high fat content, but they're like an avocado in texture, and yeah, great flavour and good energy in them, yeah, for sure, definitely. A lot of carbon in them, so it's got fibre.